Hello, and welcome to Awakening with Angela. I am a spiritual life coach, energetic light worker, and Reiki master. I assist individuals in recognizing and releasing resistance to happiness and well-being. I do this by holding a deep, immersive space of allowance while initiating an honest and open dialogue with your inner being. As you cultivate self-compassion and let your story be told, I work as a mediator between your authentic self and your conditioned self. My services may be of assistance to you if you are on a spiritual path of awakened, heart-centered consciousness while experiencing a dark night of the soul, or if you are an adult who was a child of abuse, neglect, or bullying. If you find yourself feeling responsible for others' feelings or experiencing feelings of obligation and guilt often, if the terms scapegoat or black sheep resonate with you, or if the persistent feeling that nothing is ever enough pervades your life. Uncovering your truest and most authentic self is the answer to healing these wounds. Becoming clear about what that means is done in the realm of self-inquiry. Although, when your egoic mind is berating you at every impasse, it can feel impossible to experience that level of clarity. Having someone to bounce your process off of can be invaluable in uncovering your true self. Personally, I am very passionate about giving voice to the inner child, the part of you that thrives on love, support, and encouragement throughout your life, the one who holds the wisdom to your greatest passion, pleasure, and joy, and two, the one who holds your deepest vulnerabilities. The trouble as I see it is that a rumor got started a long time ago that said that the key to healing is done through positive focus and self-affirmation. The story is that we are choosing to look at the world in a scary and defeating way, and therefore our lives are not fulfilling because we are attracting this to ourselves while judging and condemning ourselves. Now, this is true in part. Circling the drain of negative emotion will only lead to more of the same, and learning to reach for the next best feeling state will get you where you want to go. This means taking it one step at a time and allowing your journey to unfold naturally, not beating yourself up every time you have a negative thought or feeling, while attempting to jump from depression to joy with no safety net. Here's my question. Is it better to attempt to swallow our own discontent, only to be made sick by our own negative thinking and life circumstances? Or could it be better to express exactly how we are feeling in a safe container, free of judgment, rejection, and analysis? Think of the freedom you might discover in the allowance to be yourself in all your glory, unencumbered by the rules outlined under normal social conventions. To have a real, honest, and open discussion about your thoughts, feelings, and life experiences. In my experience, getting off the merry-go-round of negative thinking meant letting the song play till the end. We need to allow ourselves to say what we need to say. You see, this is an epidemic known as spiritual bypassing, where a person subconsciously attempts to outwit its own negative emotion by smothering it in positivity, all the while ignoring that for many of us there is a tormented child within, a child who desperately needs to feel heard, seen, and validated for simply being alive and for being valued as enough. For some of us, there is a seemingly great difficulty integrating the ego and its shadow selves to a point where they feel safe and worthy to come out of hiding, because these are the aspects of us looking for the right to say, "This sucks. I'm unhappy. I am afraid. I'm angry. Stop the world. I want to get off." And you can't say such negative things and get on in this world, right? Well, here's a different perspective. Have you ever thought maybe it's okay not to be happy all the time? Maybe trying to be positive all the time just has you lying to yourself and feeling inadequate while surrounded by people who appear to have it all figured out? Here's the secret. No one is happy all the time. That's not realistic. We are human, which means we get to experience a wide array of feeling states, which is amazing and beautiful that our life has so much variation and contrast. This is the spice of life, feeling, and two, our emotions are actually guiding us to what is best for us. However, if your emotional feeling states were developed while under duress, I think it's fair that you may have a hard time deciphering which way to go. There is a great power for us in being witnessed and acknowledged as enough, for being exactly what we are in any moment. You see, parts of us can hide for decades, unsure it's okay to feel in the presence of another because of improper responses to our emotions as children. To be honest about how you feel with someone you can trust is a brave and self-loving act. To not abandon yourself when you're hurting, but to sit with yourself, allowing the feelings to flow, while symbiotically being acknowledged in a space of allowance to feel real and valid by the witness holding space for you to blossom as your emotions naturally mature over time. The more we allow ourselves to practice feeling simply the way we are feeling in a healthy, open, and compassionate way, the more practice we get at being and feeling, and the more often we will be able to choose how we want to feel and be, enabling us to make healthy choices moving forward. Ultimately, the answers to life's greatest troubles are found in our own conscious awareness. You can choose to change how you are feeling and reacting, and give up being a victim of circumstances you cannot control. This is a paradigm shift in thinking. As humans, we are hardwired to avoid pain. Here, I am suggesting we intentionally discover what of our own inner world is actually out to get us and why. To consciously look at our lives in a way that reveals how we are not honoring ourselves. How might we learn to meet the needs of the crying babies within our hearts, to tend to its wounds, if only we are willing to listen to its concerns and let it know it's not alone and that its story deserves to be heard? I am asking you to pay attention to your thinking so you can make better choices of thought for yourself. I am offering an opportunity to reprogram your mind by fine-tuning it. I am suggesting you talk yourself out of your conditioned thinking in an open forum that allows you to be yourself and hear yourself. Have you ever noticed how when someone is really struggling and positivity comes in to counteract how they feel, they just dig in that much harder to assert the belief that I feel crappy? It's this state that I want to call to your attention. The reason for this deeply held belief is because these individuals didn't have this positive conversation modeled to them as children. Their voices and feelings were shut up and disregarded. Their inner child hasn't yet been given the opportunity to lift itself up and take the next step to feeling better. It has learned that it's not good enough and nothing it does will ever be enough. It's been told that it's wrong and bad, and it still believes this because it doesn't know how to love itself. It doesn't know how to be a friend to itself, to accept itself, and to get out of its own way and begin believing that maybe I can do this. I am enough. I deserve to be happy. At some point, we all get tired of our own limited thinking and toxic behavior. However, all too often, it's because life forces us to make a better choice, sometimes putting us directly in harm's way in order to wake us up to how much we want to feel better. The truth is, you have to be the most important person in your life in order to be happy. And for many of us, we got the wrong memo. The one that said, you have to give love to get love. When in reality, what you are is love. That is your beginning point and the source from which all things flow. And without laying the proper pipelines for this love to flow freely, your source of creativity, motivation, and calm can become blocked and misguided. I believe that honesty is a pathway to love. This is how we come to feel worthy, by accepting ourselves, by allowing you to be you and learning that you are enough. In fact, more than enough. You are perfect, whole, and complete, right here, right now. You just haven't noticed it yet. Now let me be clear. I am not the healer of your life. That is you. Although I am honored to witness you realize this timeless truth. As a qualified and gifted space holder and Reiki master with more than 17 years experience serving in the healing arts, I not only have the credentials and professional experience to assist you, I have the personal life experience as well. Check out my biography to learn more about me. I can empathically relate to your struggles because of my own journey of overcoming adversity and rebirth, and because of the lengths I have been brought to and have gone to in order to understand this process of unbecoming everything you were told to be by people who didn't understand how to give you what you needed. While in this process of remembering who your true authentic self is, I will energetically assist you to cleanse, change, and heal your energetic field of resonance as you slip into a natural state of alignment with your heart and open to receive the peace, contentment, and freedom you deserve to feel. I wish to be present with you as you unpack the baggage of your life. When life feels heavy and you need to get something off your chest, I can offer you a safe space to be honest about your life, your thoughts, and your feelings, while providing an open-minded and fair perspective about your concerns, while assisting you in discovering how to proceed by setting realistic and achievable goals for your journey of awakening into authentic clarity as the person you were always meant to be. I sincerely thank you for your attention today, and in whatever way you can, I encourage you to answer the calling of your own innocent heart. May all beings be peaceful, happy, safe, and free. May all beings awaken to the light of their true nature. Please follow the links to make an appointment with me. I look forward to speaking with you soon. Namaste.